What's on Your Mind is sponsored by Breakthrough Studios and Reggae Jam.
Good afternoon. How you doing? I'm Carl from Birmingham's Breakthrough TV, doing a special recording of What's on Your Mind. I'm here in Birmingham, live on this wonderful day. Got some protesters here, what we call them eco-friendly protests, and they are protesting about knocking down the Tower Ballroom, which is that side of me. And it's a beautiful area up here. And as I said, they're thinking of knocking the Tower Ballroom down and making houses up here, Edgbaston Reservoir. So I'm going to try and get a few people's opinion and engaging of their thoughts, and some of the organizers who organize this eco-protest to see how they feel about it, and what Birmingham Council is actually saying about it, and what is their feedback. So I am going to try and get their opinion. Hope you're having a good day. As I say, this is the second time we've been up here, and as you can see, it's a very, very beautiful place up here. And we've covered this before, but we want to get an update of exactly what is going on and how they are going to develop the tower. It is a very green area up here, or a lot of protesters are very concerned about the development of the area, of what it will become, also how it will actually destroy the environment. So a lot of people are not very, very happy with this. So I'm going to try and engage a few of these people. Maybe I can get engaged Scott. I'm going to try and engage Scott. Scott is one of the organizers, and I'm going to try to engage Scott and ask him, how are you doing, Scott? How are you?
I'm very well, and yourself?
Where are we? I'm fine. Where are we with this, the whole development or the whole situation? Give us an update.
Okay, so the council's released a new master plan. They released that a month ago.
Yeah.
And today is the final day of consultation. Obviously, their form of consultation means, here's our plan. What do you think about it? It's our opportunity to tell them what we think, which is why we're here, because the council hasn't turned up to the reservoir to actually ask people who use the reservoir regularly what they think. So we think their opinions deserve to be heard, which is why we're here today, to capture a final lot of opinions that we possibly can just before the council close the consultation period.
Yeah. What do you call yourself, protesters? You've got a name, eco-friendly protesters? What do you call yourself?
Well, I want to keep it positive as well. We also want to say what we do want.
That's right.
We don't want housing there because this has been a place of congregation for people to come together over the years, and we think it should remain a place which is open to the public. Building houses there, private houses, expensive houses there, is going to turn that opportunity away from us. So we have alternatives. We've got plans drawn up to rewild the space and have an arena and have it as a space which enhances the local nature reserve. And we're saying to the council, if you're desperate for money, build your houses away from the waterfront, but you should not be building on this space here.
And what are you saying? What is council saying?
So far, not a lot really. There's been a lot of ignoring. So we're trying to make sure that they can't ignore us, and I think they'll see from today that we can't be ignored.
We mean business.
We mean business. We're not going to go quietly.
When are they planning to take the whole development? Because I know it has been postponed, because it was March at one time, wasn't it? So where is it going now?
Yes, so they plan to demolish the Tower Ballroom in January.
Yes.
And that was delayed partly because Victorian Society and Historic England put in an application for it to be listed.
Yeah.
Because of it's supposedly the oldest roller skating rink in the UK.
That's right.
So there are some historical features in there which they felt were worthy of getting the building listed, but unfortunately that application was turned down, and the council's now said that that delayed the contractors. The contractors couldn't then go ahead. Otherwise they'd be demolishing it right now as we speak. So they've now said August, but the council's like very unreliable with dates.
Well, you would have thought it would be a listed building. So what was the reason given for not approving the
Well, it goes to central government, and so I think it's the culture secretary decided that there weren't enough significant historical features. I mean, we think it's a perfect example of just kind of, middle class and upper class buildings get recognised for their history and their heritage, but a working class cultural venue like that is not as seen as important, which is kind of you know, you could call it as class washing, I suppose, and culture washing. But look, regardless of whether you think that building should come down or not, the council's now said it's coming down.
Yeah.
What we feel now our attention has to move on to is what should be in that space.
Yeah.
And today, we need to tell the council we don't want housing on that space. We've spoken to hundreds of Reservoir users.
Yeah.
Well over 90% of them say they do not want housing on this space.
What would you like to see there?
Personally, I'd like to see some form of rewilding. I think that would put it in keeping with the nature reserve.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see, you know, an opportunity to come together. I'd like to see a roofed kind of open space that we could have markets, we could have gigs, you could have
Sure.
art exhibitions, but it wouldn't cost the council a lot to run because it wouldn't be enclosed, you know. So I'd like a multi-use space, much like the car park has been used, you know, especially during lockdown. People were using it as places to keep fit,
That's
places
right,
to have dance classes and all
Absolutely.
sorts. So
Yeah.
I'd like to keep it as a multi-use space for everyone.
Okay. Thank you, Scott.
You're welcome.
Before it goes
Thank
on.
you.
Yeah?
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Right, thanks. Yes. Trying to engage a few more people. Eva. Where's Eva? Trying to chat to a few more people here about what is your opinion and what is your feedback on the tower and the whole area changing?
I think it would be terrible to have housing here. Really
Yes.
bad mistake, yeah.
What do you think should be developed on the land there? What
I'm
do you
not
think?
sure. I think either maybe strip back the ballroom to how it used to be
Yeah.
when it was first built, made of iron,
Yeah.
or a nice wild area here.
Yeah. Have you ever come to the tower?
Yeah, a few times, yeah.
Yeah. How was it? How was it for you there?
I didn't really like it that much. Really. Too many people.
You were serious? You
Yeah.
used to get that full?
It was so dark you couldn't see anything at all.
Yeah.
Honestly, you couldn't see where anyone was. You were like this.
Okay.
But it was an experience, and you know the music wasn't as good. So
Okay.
yeah.
Right. Thank you. What is your name?
David,
Thank you, David.
you're
Thank
welcome.
you. Right.
Anytime.
And as you can see here, a lot of people actually signing some. You're signing. What are you doing? Tell me what you're doing. What exactly are you doing? I know everybody's signing a petition here. What is it? Tell me what it is for.
The council have, in their wisdom, decided that they might like to put 10 houses on the site when this building comes down.
Yeah.
And we think this would destroy the whole area.
Yeah.
We'd only need one person deciding to take a swim at midnight and get drowned, and I think there might be a sort of outcry.
Yeah.
So what we're suggesting is we have put forward a separate, a different,
Yeah.
to rewild the whole area.
Okay. That's great.
Minimum maintenance, no maintenance, lovely big path from where we are here.
Yeah.
For wheelchairs, mums going up and down, finishing up in a little area down there which they could use for putting a play on, or they could use for putting jazz on or anything like that,
Yeah.
or just for the mums to sit round and have a chat.
Marvelous. And what is your name?
And
Thank you very much. And have you ever been in the Tower Ballroom? Have you ever been? You've been there?
part of my youth.
Part of your youth. Part of your youth. So it's part of your whole history.
Rocking and rolling.
Rocking and rolling.
Do you remember the twist?
No, I'm not that old. Show me. Is that Show Me Checker?
Yes,
That's Show Me Checker. Marvelous. Thank you very much. Marvelous. As you can see, a lot of people actually here and they're actually signing a petition. I'm trying to engage quite a few more ladies. This lady here, I want to try and engage her because I know she's been. Can I have a word? You?
Oh, not me.
Oh yes, of course, of you. Because I talked to you last time. I want to know your.
But Simeon,
I will talk to Simeon in a minute. But what?
must talk to
Give us an upgrade on your opinion.
But you should also have a talk to
I will do. Just give me because
Upgrade. Ask me what you want.
Just give me an upgrade.
Just help. Ask me.
Yeah.
To ask me something. On my opinion,
Yeah. What's your opinion?
no flats is my opinion. I think there should be no housing on the Tower Ballroom site because I live just here and I think it's already too densely populated. They've rebuilt tons and tons of housing around here.
Yeah.
And they're not thinking about how green space is being used. I personally would like to see a cultural center, youth center there, but I think if it's a park, I'm also happy with this. It must stay in public ownership.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Thank you very much. What's your name?
Iris.
Thank you, Iris. I know you're Iris. Right.
So,
This gentleman here.
This gentleman here.
This
he's
man.
got an interesting reason
I'm from the company called Breakthrough TV. What is your
Yes.
opinion on the whole
Ask him
situation
what
that
he's
is
done
going on?
because-
And what have you been doing?
So, sorry. I teach town planning at the university. And
Okay.
we went on Monday here to talk to a lot of young people. My research deals with young people, and I think the consultation in the previous plan didn't really hear from young people in the area.
Yeah.
And only so young people is the ones actually use the boats, but actually a lot of people cycle, a lot of people use bicycles, roller skates around here, and putting flats here is really going to ruin that.
Yeah.
It's going to make it less private,
Okay.
less appealing for a lot of young kids.
What do
So
you think they should put here?
some type of cultural venue, what the Tower Ballroom was.
For
It's-
example?
Well, a roller skating place,
Yeah.
or some type of community center,
Yes.
or maybe a nature education center that talks about climate change and educates a lot of people because you have the nature reserve right next to it.
Marvelous.
There's a lot of opportunities, but yeah. Is that enough?
Thank you. And how do you see the future developing here? How do you see it?
Just from my town planning knowledge, I think there will be floods, but I'm hoping that they're down this way and this part here. is
They're hoping they go all the way.
Because currently they want to put it right next to the water, which is.
But if you have a look at it, they're probably going to take it all the way from down, right back to the road, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm hoping that around this line back is where they put some.
Any special message for
residential.
Birmingham Council?
Just listen to the people,
Yeah.
because 250 people already said no last consultation, and they still propose the same thing. So
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you for that. What's your name?
Simeon.
Simeon, thank you. Thank you very
No
much.
worries. Thank you.
No housing, how are you? Talk to me. What is your name?
I'm Kate, this is Saoirse.
Yeah, tell me, how do you feel about this?
Um,
Kershaw?
Saoirse.
Kershaw. How you doing, Kershaw?
Saoirse.
Thersha. Are you having a good day?
Yeah, we're having a good day. She's feeling a bit shy, I think. But my parents live on Somerville Crescent, so I grew up here, and
Okay.
so the reservoir's been my garden for
It's a home to you.
yeah. And so really want to make sure this doesn't happen.
Yeah.
That this is our space that we've been able to enjoy. There's not really a lot of it around here.
Yeah.
And but we should. That's it, really.
Do you think the council will listen?
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so as well. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Right. Okay, there's also a gentleman here. Tell me your name, sir.
Yeah, my name's Shakir. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on what is happening up
My
here?
opinion here, first of all, I want to thank you for the minority of giving me opportunity, because I don't know whether you would have, I did not come over to you. But what I really want to say here is the fact that it's sad not to see as many diverse people as I would have liked. And I'm somebody who is a campaigner for inclusion, and at Birmingham Friends of the Earth, environmental campaigner. And we don't connect with nature, and one of the reasons we don't is the way we don't always feel welcome. And the question arises to the city council and to everyone else on there is not to forget us. We are part of Birmingham City,
Yeah.
and whether just because we're minority, we're part of this city, and that is a clear message on there. And consultations are very done online, and many of our community don't have engaged digitally.
Yeah.
So the best way to engage with us is actually come to us, come to our mosque, come to our synagogue, talk to us. But I think the lack of engagement is sad. But what I think this place is a community place. It should be a place of education, people coming together, learning from each other, cultural centre. I think there's plenty of room to build houses across the city.
That's right,
Why
yeah.
the reservoir?
Yeah.
So yeah, more for inclusion. I hope this gets in. Inclusion is king.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, everybody.
Right.
Thank you for coming.
Got some-
Thank you. If I could just have your attention, please. Thank you, everybody.
Hello, everyone!
Eva's going to just introduce the event, as it were, and hopefully give you a bit more information in case you're wondering how it's going to work. But thank you all for coming along, and over to Eva.
I'm going to ask the man with the bike to bend down because you're so tall. Can people hear me? I can hear you.
Let's try and pitch this. Yeah. Good job at the moment.
First of all, I want to thank everyone for turning out today, because one of the things that we really want to make happen is we want people to show how important this is to them, and the more people that we can get to come out and show that their voice matters, the more impact it will have on the council. Numbers matter, so someone's out there counting you. If they're looking at you rather strangely and clicking their finger, you know what's going on. We've got a voice and we need to make it heard, and that's that's what you're here for today. There's been a public consultation process according to the council. The council have invited people to join them on one occasion in the last 5 weeks in order to tell them what they plan to happen here at the reservoir, and we just don't think that's enough. We and many of you here have been to some of them. We've held 9 pop-ups already. Oh my goodness, thank you. We've been out talking to people, we've held online meetings, we've held an in-person meeting, and all these things are to try and get our views heard. There's a lot of things that we need people to do if they're interested in protecting what happens at the reservoir, and during the course of the next few minutes I'll tell you about some of them. But first and foremost, what we are fighting is the principle of having housing on the water side. The principle of having housing on the water side means to us that we lose something here at the reservoir. At the moment, all these views belong to all of us. I was here on Wednesday evening and it was the most magnificent sunset, one of the most magnificent I've ever seen. The skies were clear, you could see the stars, the birds were making a load of noise because they wanted to settle down for the night. And it was just an incredible place. That is what we lose. That is what we lose when luxury apartments get put on the waterside. There was a guy sitting on the overhang beside the water for more than an hour, and all he was doing was just chilling. And that's what we lose. Put luxury houses up, and that's what we lose. I think we know that one of the things that happens with light pollution and noise pollution is that you lose the darkness that belongs in a local nature reserve. And what is really ironic here is that we're standing on local nature reserve now, but if you go over that wall, it's not local nature reserve. And so the council feels that it's okay to build luxury apartments there. We're of the view that if you put apartments there, it will impact what goes on in the local nature reserve. Mr. RSPB told me the other day about, he's here somewhere, yes. I won't look at you because that might embarrass you, but a couple of weeks ago there was a bird called a red-necked grebe in its summer plumage, which apparently has only been seen at the res a couple of times in the last 100 years. Those are the things we lose. So thank you all for coming out today. Today is the last day of the council's consultation about what should happen on the reservoir. For that reason, we've been asking people to write their views on postcards. So if any of you haven't yet written your view on a postcard, we can give you a pen. If you give it back to us, we'll hand it in today, and all that we need from you is for you to put your postcode on so the council can't accuse us of making them up. So yeah, it's the end of a piece of the campaign, but it's the continuation of a very important part of the campaign. We need you to get active on social media if you're on social media, and I know at least half of you will be on social media. We need you to join in if you're willing to give up a sunny hour one day and come out with a clicker. We need you to count people on the reservoir. One of the things you're not supposed to do is you're not supposed to increase footfall in a local nature reserve, but we know that building homes here will increase footfall, so we want to count. We want you to talk to your friends and neighbours about what's happening here, because the more people that know about it, the more people that express the view, the better it is. And finally, if anyone wants to do some fact-checking or digging for information, we've got a number of areas of interest. We'd be very happy for you to come and stick your hand up, and we'll give you something to do that will be really fruitful in helping the campaign and supporting the campaign. Thank you all very much. We're going to have a bit of light relief now while we mill around you and try to get you to fill in postcards. We have some music and some dancing. And where is Scott? Are we going to go with the dance to start with?
So yeah, if you could move down onto the car park, Eric is going to do us a dance routine. I need to make it clear, we have not risk assessed his performance over there. That is his decision to go up there. But we'd love you to go and enjoy it down on the car park. And we'd like as many of you as possible as well, if you'd like to be involved in a photo. We've got the lettering "No Housing" here. We thought it would make quite a powerful photo. So if we all move on to the car park, I'll hand out letters if you want to be involved. That'd be fantastic, so we can make a statement to the council. Thank you very much.
One thing I forgot to say, and if you'd like to see an alternative use for the waterside, we have a beautiful plan drawn up here of a greened up site. Please come and have a look at it and tell us what you think. Thank you all.
What's your name, sir? What is your name?
My name's Tom.
Okay, Tom, what is your feedback on what's happening up here?
Well, I mean, it's really good to see so many people. It's what we knew all along, that hundreds and hundreds of people really enjoy the reservoir. It's a place where they come to relax, for peace and quiet. And we're really, really concerned that the plans that the council have are just going to destroy that sense of peace and quiet. And as long as we've got enough people who are all saying no, 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 this is wrong for this particular environment, then we're getting somewhere. And this is a major step for us to do that.
What do you think should happen up here? What do you think they should? Because
it's not for us to say.
It's not for us to say.
I mean, what we really want to do is for people to contribute their ideas, so that what we get out of it ultimately is a general consensus from all the people who use the reservoir now, might use it in future, the people who've known it for donkey's years, people who are new to the area, but what their perspective is on it and what they feel would be appropriate on this site over there. Anything but what the council's proposing, basically. But it needs to meet local people's needs. So it's not for us to say, we think we ought to have. It's for people to come together, and say
that. That's a very good point, Pat. That's a very good point, Tom. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. That we call it dancing on the tower. Wonderful day, and a man down there enjoyed himself on the tower. So, I've got a wonderful lady here. Please tell me what your name and what do you think of what is happening up here? They're changing the whole area.
My name is Pauline. I'm one
Pauline.
of the local residents.
Yeah.
And I feel very passionate about the Tower Ballroom itself because I can remember coming here as a youngster with my parents to venues. Secondly, I use this area to exercise on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I had a stroke not so long back, and I was able to use this as part of my recovery because I was able to walk around slowly until I could gradually increase my stamina and get back to some sort of normality after my stroke. So I would deeply miss this part or Reservoir if it no longer exists.
It will be disappointment if they change the whole structure on the whole wildlife and your walks, and because if they sort of build something around here, it will change the whole footpath, won't they?
The whole footpath.
Or the public space.
The public space, and my concern is where will I go for my daily walk if they should decide to close the footpath and the waterway, because it is so important to me.
Thank you very much, Pauline.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Cheers. Thank you. Also, another wonderful lady. Have you think about what I had to say to you? What is your opinion on what is going on up here? My name is Carl. What is your name?
I'm Jacqueline.
Please.
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline. Thank you very much, Jacqueline. Yes.
Hi.
And tell me your opinion on what is going on, the closure or the you're here for the protests, yeah?
Yes,
so
that's right.
tell us a little bit about your opinion on it.
So I live in the neighborhood. I run here regularly. My kids engage in the water activities at the reservoir.
Yeah.
So we're here all the time and love the reservoir. I feel like it's an important public resource. It's a commons. It's a place that belongs to Birmingham, to the community.
That's right.
And if they privatize this section of it, I think that would change the way the neighborhood feels about it, and it would limit some of the freedoms people have to access the reservoir. So I think that the best plan for this space would be to keep it a community resource and not privatize it for private housing.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Respect. Thank you. Cheers. Okay, thank you. Also, excuse me, can I have a word? Okay. Can you jump over, please? So, what is your name?
Hi, my name's Emmy.
Your name?
Emmy.
Emmy?
Yeah.
How are you doing, Emmy?
I'm excellent, thank you very much.
What's your opinion on what is happening up here?
Well, it's amazing to see the gathering that Eva and Urko and all the other friends of Edgbaston Reservoir brought together. I'm both hopeful and frustrated by what's happened on this site and how Birmingham City Council have engaged with the community that have been both fighting for the future of this space, the incredible history of it, and so I'm just hoping that we can really make a difference in this consultation period.
Do you use this space regular?
Oh, the reservoir, yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Run, walk here. When my dad was a youngster, he used to party at the Tower Ballroom.
Marvellous.
Remember parties and weddings and all sorts over the years here. So yeah, I use the space pretty much daily.
So it would be a great loss to you if it goes.
Yeah, it will be a great loss. I think it's in pretty bad repair now.
Yeah.
And so what I think is really important is to remember we're in a climate crisis.
Yeah.
We know we need to increase biodiversity. We know we need to increase the infrastructure to support our cities to transition through that climate crisis. And if the council only want to do housing on this site, then it is really, really, really important that it isn't a private developer, foreign investment-led luxury housing, and that it is housing cooperatives, it is communities, it is people given the chance to actually say what they want here, to have a chance to own it and develop it and have a share in what happens. This is the future. We're in a climate crisis. We're in multiple crises, and we need to put communities' dreams, hopes and futures at the centre, and we need to remember that the decisions we make today, future generations will feel the impact of that, so we've got a huge responsibility.
Thank you very much. That's marvellous.
No
Thanks.
problem.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brilliant, that's it. Thank you very much, everybody.
Have you got some?
Right, I think it's time for a chant, don't you? This is a call and response. I'm inspired by Vic, who the last time we were out here had everybody chanting away. So please, please repeat back when I shout out, okay? So, we demand more green space. We demand more green space. Thank you, we got it. Nice and loud. Right. I got more, don't worry. We demand more green space. We demand more green space. Your housing plans are a disgrace. Your housing plans are a disgrace. No housing on the waterside. No housing on the waterside. Our voices will not be denied. Our voices will not be denied. Council. Council. Listen up. Listen up. Council. Council. We won't give up. We won't give up. We demand more green space. We demand more green space. Your housing plans are a disgrace. Your housing plans are a disgrace. No housing on the waterside. No housing on the waterside. Our voices will not be denied. Our voices will not be denied. Council. Council. Listen up. Listen up. Council. Council. We won't give up. We won't give up. Council. Council. Listen up. Listen up. Council. Council. We won't give up. We won't give up. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. No housing here. Thank you.
Just gonna have a word with Chris here. I've actually speak to Chris before. Chris, what is your update on what is going on?
Well, this is the last day of the consultation which the council have undertaken. They've only had one public meeting to consult people. We have, over the last few months, we've been speaking to people on the reservoir. People are aware that they're going to knock down this, but when you say, oh, they're going to put housing on, and you show them the plan, or the artist's impression, they're very shocked. They didn't know that. So the council have kept it very dark. And
the people didn't know what the plan?
No, they didn't know they were going to put housing here. No, so, and we spoke, last Saturday we spoke to 88 people in 2 hours. Only 2 people were against housing here. On Sunday we spoke to 106 people, only 4 people were in favour. All the rest were against housing on this site because it's going to cause a lot of disturbance for the wildlife. And one of the charms of the reservoir is it's a local nature reserve, lots of flora and fauna, and it's a big escape for people to get close to nature.
Where does the fight go next?
Well, we did think of putting up a candidate for the local election, but we think we want to build a campaign.
Okay.
So that we eventually we get to the politicians, the decision makers, and we are able to talk to them about the strength of feeling around this development. And what they talk about, the politicians always talk about cut through, don't they? Cutting through to the general public. So, though they want to keep it quiet, they don't put it in their election literature. No one's of the ruling council have put it down that we want housing on the reservoir and we're proud to stand by this decision. They want it kept quiet. So we're going to make sure that there's as much publicity as possible for what they're trying to do on the reservoir.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Yeah,
thank you.
you.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you. Right, I got a group of youngsters here and their parents. Yeah. So, guys, first, tell me, what is your name?
Ellie.
Ellie, look at the camera, please. Don't be shy. What is your name, sir?
Boy.
Yeah, what is your name?
Liam.
Okay, guys, tell me, what do you think is going on up here?
We're putting more flats and houses.
And what do you feel about that?
Really sad because I enjoy this reservoir. I come around, I have a good time. I go on my bike, I go around. Yeah, do some push-ups and that.
Marvellous. So what about you, sir?
There shouldn't really be houses here because it's public space and It's like houses are on streets and
Are you,
stuff. Not
are you from the local area?
Yeah, we just live down there.
Yeah. Are you go to school around here as well?
Nah, I don't go to school around here.
Okay.
So,
But anyway, let me say thank you for that. What about you, sir?
Yeah, I think it's a shame to turn this into private land.
Okay.
The kids enjoy it. So.
Okay. Fine. And you enjoy this space around here?
Yeah.
Marvellous. Thank you.
Where was that?
Shake my hand. Punch. Punch. As you see, guys, it's been a beautiful day. We have all these wonderful people opposing to what is actually. As you see, guys, I say it's been a beautiful day. We've got all these wonderful people opposing to what is actually going on here at Birmingham, Edgbaston Reservoir on the Tower Ballroom, about all these houses that the council wants to build up. This has been a marvelous day. People coming out and showing their support and standing up with each other from all different communities. And this has been a live broadcast from Breakthrough TV. I am Carl. It's a live broadcast with What's on Your Mind. We'll be back out very, very soon. Let me say thank you for tuning into the program. Yes, have a great weekend. Look after yourself. It is Easter weekend. God bless. Take care. Thank you for tuning in to Breakthrough TV.
What's on Your Mind is sponsored by ACMC 339 Dudley Road, New Style Radio 98.7 FM, Breakthrough Studios, and Reggae Jam Jam.
Planning an event? Do it professionally. Please contact Breakthrough Event Management Team and get everything under one roof for both indoor and outdoor occasions, birthday parties, bridal and baby showers, anniversaries, funerals, backyard BBQs and more. We offer a video and photography service, marquees, decoration and a PA system to hire, with popular new style radio DJs spinning old and new school hits. Please contact 07584 197 380 and book all your catering needs with Reggae Jam Jam catering service on 0787 244 3765. And remember, do it good and done.